discuss what are the qualifications to buy a house as an investment, and then also some strategic things you can do to save money for a house as an investment. We're going to break them down thoroughly, and I'll see you soon. When we think about real estate, there are fundamental things you have to understand in order to be a successful real estate investor. The number one thing you have to realize is you must buy below market value. Never buy a house at market value. You know why? Because it's not an investment. Buying a house that's fully renovated, that's not an investment. So when you look to buy, once you saved your money, you only look to buy homes that is below market value of about 25 to 35% or better. If you can find a home that's 50% off the market value, then that's a good deal. Everybody has a situation, and you can come in and you can buy their problems from them, put some sweat equity into that deal, and make profit. That's the way to do it. You buy discounted deals. So look, there are 3 ways to save money for a house as an investment. Number 1, you can save the money. I talked to a guy yesterday who was working here at this house. He just bought a 1-family house for $280,000. They bought it cash. Now, this guy was able to save the money with him and his partner to buy a house cash, $280,000. Now, for you, you may not be able to save that amount of money. It may take you a very long time to save that amount of money, but that's one way to do it. You can save the money. Number 2, once you have some money saved, let's say $20,000 to $30,000 saved, or even $10,000 to $15,000 saved, you can negotiate for what they call seller financing. So you can ask the owner to see if he would allow you to pay a portion of the deposit over a year, over 5 or 10 years at some interest rate. Okay, the seller can make more money if he does that. Seller financing is a proven strategy that works, and you can save a bucket, and you can save a shit ton of money doing it that way. And then lastly, the way to really save money is understand the market of buying and selling homes and convey that to a partner who has cash. So you go out there, you find the homes, you renovate the homes, and then you sell the homes, and you have a money guy who gives you the money for the deposit. And then from there, once the house is fully renovated, you can flip the house and split the proceeds 50-50. And you would not have put, and how much money did you come out of your pocket? $0. So that's how you do it. These are 3 ways on how you can save money for a house as an investment. What's required to buy a house as an investment? There are certain things you need to know as far as the qualifications are concerned. Number 1, you need to be able to put down 15 to 25%. Number 2, your credit score needs to be in the 600 range. And number 3, it's good to buy a house under a LLC, a limited liability corporation. What's going on? Look, the first thing we gotta realize when we wanna save money for a house as an investment, we have to understand the definition of investing. Investing is the idea of just using your money to pay for something for some potential profit down the road. Now, these investments have a level of risk. We also want to think about that risk. Risk, we want to use as minimal resources as possible for the highest upside. And that's how you make great investments. So when we think about a house, we have to think about FHA, conventional, investment, loans, etc. Now, let's take the FHA for example. FHA allows you to put down 3.5% as a deposit. Your credit score can be even in the 500 range or 600 range. The higher the better because the better interest rate you get. Nonetheless, if you do that, you typically buy homes that are fully renovated. Now, there are some loans like a 201k loan where you can maybe get some sweat equity by renovating the house if you find a seller who's willing to give you a 60 or 90 day close, which sometimes FHA loans can take that long. But the fact is that you're buying this house under your own name, number 1. Now, just because you buy the house under your own name doesn't mean that it's not an investment. It still can be considered an investment. The thing you gotta realize is that I consider this a savings account because you bought the house at market value. Let's say all homes in that area were selling for $300,000 and you bought the same type of home that was selling for $300,000. What that means is You're going to put down, let's say 3.5%, that's about $9,000 to $10,000. And the rest of that will be mortgage over 15 years or 30 years. Now, every single month you pay the mortgage, you reduce the mortgage amount, which increases your equity in that house. But again, it's considered a savings account. Now, because the property itself did not gain in value. Let's say if you live in a house, you definitely won't have any profit from the house. Okay, now that house could potentially be an investment because on average homes increase in value by 3 to 4%. 3 to 4%, which isn't bad, but that is speculative, is not guaranteed. Sometimes home prices decrease in value depending on the market. For instance, right now interest rates are up. Right now interest rates are really high, meaning that home prices inevitably will go down in prices. Okay, now is that considered an investment? The answer is no. The same thing for conventional loans. Conventional loans aren't considered an investment. It's the same situation. It's a savings account. And again, if you buy a house at $300,000, it increases in value to $400,000, $500,000, maybe even double or triple the price. That has happened, but that's